And hello. Happy and beautiful and blessed Venus evening. It was a long day today, but we made it through. Let's see what the vibe is full this evening. Five of Pentacles. Fives have been prominent. The Six of Cups. And the Five of Cups, but in reverse. With the Five of Pentacles and the Six of Cups, there's an energy of clinging to the past, because the Six of Cups, that focuses on, nostalgia, childhood memories. It can focus on reconciliation, but overall it focuses on something regarding the past. And perhaps what it is regarding the past, with the Five of Pentacles, a feeling of exclusion, isolation, not having support, something of that nature, right? But then we have the Five of Cups here in reverse, so that feels like a very hopeful kind of energy, because the Five of Cups can sometimes feel like crying over spilt milk. It's a sense of disappointment, despair, not being pleased with the way something happened, turned out. It's just like, look, it's kind of just like a wallowing kind of energy, shall I say, if that makes sense, right? You see in the corner here, she looks like, just down, and she has her friend in the corner here trying to cheer her up and whatnot here. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, you see she's looking at the cups, crying over spilled milk, more or less here. But with that being in reverse, it's kind of just, it's kind of just like getting up out of that energy and just no longer dwelling or sitting in that funk, that gunk, or whatever it may be here. It's kind of just like, with these three cards here, it's kind of just like this realization that holding on to a certain kind of narrative or whatever it may be, or just holding on to certain experiences and memories, not to invalidate them, but it's like kind of a realization of like, how much longer can I allow this to be how much longer can I allow this to be the lens that I am looking from, if that makes sense. Because the thing is, like, looking from that kind of like lens and whatever, the things that we've had to like endure or whatever, of course, it kind of forms us into who we are. You know what I mean? But sometimes, like, looking at something through like a certain kind of like lens or whatever, like, can sometimes interfere with us from seeing things for what they truly are, if that makes sense. What's the Six of Cups? The Tower. So yeah, definitely like a shift. Seven of Swords here in reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles. Look, and we have the Queen of Wands. And then, so for the Tower, for the Six of Cups, it's kind of just like something being shattered, some kind of just something being like dismantled. It's just like really like releasing something, because whatever it was, the foundation it may be, it's like, as I was saying, it's this recognition that it's not serving you anymore. You know what I mean? With those two queens that I'm seeing, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, if there's one thing about the queens or whatever, or Empress and whatnot, that's the energy of just one thing that it focuses on is kind of allowing yourself to kind of just receive in whichever way it may be, support. It's something about being receptive towards something, and perhaps that feels like a little different, because the thing is, when being in that Five of Pentacles energy, as I was saying, the energy of kind of feeling like you need to fend for yourself or just not supported, it's kind of like having to do things all the time or whatever, right? That kind of puts you in a mindset that you're always going to have to be, you know, on the go, or just doing things for yourself. It creates this kind of, I would say, like this hyper independence and whatnot here. And I think it's kind of just learning to kind of just now surrender and just like trust and whatnot here, but also just like receive in whichever ways that might feel foreign to you if you've never really experienced before. Two of Swords for the Five of Pentacles, making a choice, removing a blindfold. We have the Moon here at the top and the Temperance in reverse. It's like, it's like I was just saying, like a recognition of where your choices and decisions and whatnot, where they were coming from. The Moon here, that can focus, you know, on the subconscious and whatnot. But it's something just about making an active choice to what is the Two of Swords about? The Emperor. It's kind of like reclaiming control over yourself, over something. The Sun. For the Five of Cups in reverse, I got the Nine of Wands in reverse. The Nine of Wands, when that's in reverse, that's just kind of just like giving up or surrendering, you know what I mean? And then I love that we have the Seven of Wands here as well too, in reverse, and that also focuses on kind of just like, because it's a defensive, it's just, there's something about surrendering and whatnot here. I keep saying this Nine of Cups. And I also saw the Ten of Wands there, and that's a burden energy. It's just, there's just something that's just being released. And through that releasing, it brings surrendering and acceptance and, you know? The Six of Pentacles. I'll end this here with this one. This is the energy of, this focuses on gift giving. It focuses on, you know, reciprocity. It's a very nurturing kind of energy, you know what I mean? Generosity. And yeah, that's what I just feel like it's right now. It's kind of just like a period of, it's a period right now of, because I just split there at the Hermit, right? And despite like that Five of Pentacles, Six of Cups kind of energy and whatnot, of course, naturally there has been some like lessons that have been like learned or whatever, and some knowledge, wisdom, clarity, of course, that comes with that. And I feel like right now is a time of kind of really practicing that and allowing yourself to practice it and to sit with how uncomfortable it may feel and whatnot here, you know?